Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, and in this video we're breaking down Godzilla times Kong. Is it Godzilla x Kong? Godzilla and Monkeh. The first trailer is now out, and throughout this video we're going to be going through everything that you need to know about the film. This includes what we see happening in the teaser, and also some of the rumours around the film about which monsters could be showing up. Some spoilers are ahead, we won't ruin the end, but if you want to go into the film without knowing anything, then I highly recommend you turn off now. If you enjoy it, then make sure you subscribe, because we release videos every week fit for a king, Kong, and with that out of the way, a huge thank you for clicking this. Now let's get into the trailer.
For most of human civilization, we believed that life could only exist on the surface of our planet. What else were we wrong about?
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in?
This world has more secrets than we could possibly imagine.
Miracles I get. Still now and then.
What is that?
That's not Kong. What could have done this?
Okay, so the movie is obviously set after the events of Godzilla vs. Kong, with G-Man further being something we as humans embrace. According to the rumors on Reddit, he'll remain as a protector that takes down some of the bigger Titan threats out there. This includes a Titan called Arachnid, who's sort of in line with the spider types that we've seen throughout the films. The Titan comes from the Hollow Earth, which at the moment is where Kong's located. Godzilla's meant to tear this apart during the opening scene of the movie, and then apparently he hibernates in the Rome Colosseum. Now while this is going on, Kong's ruling over his domain, with him inadvertently awakening an evil ape tribe that was trapped deep down there. You might remember him coming across statues of these creatures during the prior film, and this movie will be about Kong becoming king. That's seen most notably in the new poster, which has the words, "Bow to your new king." Over the week we got posters for both Godzilla and Kong, and thus this whittles us down to having to be the Scar King. Bow to your new king, man's clearly trying to take over, and this giant red ape's gonna cause a lot of problems. The new king could also be what the Empire refers to, with it centering around this evil group of apes. This is someone who was shown in the original teaser, and the toy leaks, they pretty much spoiled it all. I love them, but they spoil it all. Now in those, he was carrying a giant spear with what looks like a Titanox type creature's skull on it. The name the Scar King, I think, also has a deeper layer to it, as at the moment, Kong's still called Kong. I'm wondering this, right, and it's a theory time. I'm wondering, right, theory time. Sorry, sometimes you have to let it play out. Oh, now I'm wondering, theory time. Right, I'm wondering if Kong will finally get the King Kong name, which in itself ties in with the poster. I feel like Kong might be the one who gets crowned in the end though, and that could also tie in with the name Monarch. Monarch, of course, itself derives from royalty, and maybe they'll crown him or something in the movie. Just a theory, yeah, just want to make that clear, but the red hand there, that of course ties in with the other films. A red hand print appeared in Versus as well, and it's constantly popped up throughout the other Kong movies. Now this was something Kong put his own palm on, and as I've been saying, it's all connected. It's clear that the movie's marketing is leading heavily into that too, as both the Instagram account and posters have iconography of it. On Instagram earlier in the week, we had 9 posts in total, and in the end, this laid it all out. The first set was the handprint from the Versus movie, with Something Is Coming making up the next. This all came off the back of the hand from Skull Island, with the poster getting this put across in the logo too. Also, I watched Kong Skull Island the other day, and they had both Casey and Loki in it. It was a nice little Marvel team. They've also got Captain Marvel and Nick Fury as well, so yeah, bit of trivia for you there. Now, inside the chamber, Kong sat on the throne, which is mirrored in the Scar King, who does the same thing. Apparently he wants to take over the surface world and create what's going to be the titular new empire. Anyway, at this point, them coming forward makes Godzilla awaken, and this ties back into that prior movie. During it, Kong's main weapon was an axe with his dorsal fin, which was a big mysterious point of that movie. We're going to learn exactly what happened here, and it'll be Godzilla that traps Scar in the Hollow Earth. This explains how he found the weapon and why all of Kong's species were cleared out from here. Still though, we know that Kong's going to carry it, and along with him, the other characters are going to be getting upgrades too. Kong's is going to be in the form of a metal arm. Don't know how big that will be in real life, how long that took to build, but yeah, the guy's going to be carrying a gauntlet that kind of reminds me of the one that comes up from the MCU. I am a bit obsessed with the MCU, but you know, he's just going to be smacking people about and knocking their teeth out. The evolutions also include Godzilla, and yesterday, IGN confirmed that there will be a point in which he evolves. We of course see that happening in the trailer, and we get a big moment where he's clearly hibernating behind an ice structure. This fills up with a classic blue, and it acts almost like a cocoon. He pops forward like a beautiful butterfly, and we can see him in all his glory. Looks incredible. They've changed the colour of his dorsal fins, but man's clearly rocking alongside Kong and just waiting to take people out. Either way, I am thinking G-Man may be beaten badly, and then have to take this next step to get ready for the final battle. Now, Scar King will be amongst those that were trapped, and because of this, he's going to hold a grudge against Godzilla. From what's been dug up due to the toy leaks and info that we have in the film, he's also going to command a Titan called Shimu. Shimu is going to be designated as the first Titan who, in the past, brought about the first Ice Age. Shimu has an ice-freezing breath, and man needs to chill when it comes to destroying the planet. Now, he's probably going to be what the G-Dog fights, whereas Kong will likely go toe-to-toe with Scar King. There's also his army to contend with too, so I think there's going to be lots of major fights in the movie. Now, my wife, she told me size doesn't matter, but I've still been Googling a lot to see if it does. What I found, right, and I found this on a website, is that there's actually a size comparison for all the different monsters. What were you thinking I was talking about? Now, you can see Scar King and Shimu greatly dwarf Godzilla and Kong, and I think it's going to be a big thing for the film. Still though, the little guy, my wife says the little guy can still pack a punch, and it's not how big the hammer is, it's about how hard you hit the nail with it. Now, if you're somehow enjoying the video and want to help support the channel, then please click the join button just below the video. Right now, we've got a 50-minute breakdown of Apocalypse Now, which of course greatly inspired Kong's Skull Island. We drop videos and audio versions of breakdowns all the time as early as we can, and huge thank you to everyone who supported us, as it massively helps us out. Really appreciate it. Now, these movies wouldn't be anything without the human elements, and we'll once more see Rebecca Hall's character Eileen Andrews. She'll again be caring for Jia, who still has a strong relationship with Kong, and her ancestors, the Iwu, will also be explored too. They're going to be joined by Dan Stevens, who we know from the cast list will be called Steven Randa. He's described as being a bit like a nerd and a weirdo, probably one of my subscribers. Not you, mate, I'm not talking about you.
Oh, what do you expect? You're my #1 customer.
And also, change the subject quickly. Look at Eileen's hair. Out here looking like Fast and Furious, out here looking like she's about to kill some fantastic beasts. Brian Tyree Henry will also return too, but unfortunately we're going to be losing some mainstays. That includes Millie Bobby Brown's Madison and her dad Kyle Chandler's Mark. According to the leaks, the movie actually has a really strong human element in it, which we're going to have to say, mate. To be honest, I've never out and out hated this stuff, but it's always clear what it is we come for. That is, of course, Godzilla and Kong, and the pair will also be having a rematch in the film. That's going to be going down in Egypt, with Shimu also being there too. I think this might be when he beats Godzilla, and thus he has to go to the point that he has to evolve. Now, Chris from 3C Films has been talking about how the early name for the movie was Son of Kong, and we do meet what I think that is. This is clearly a character that comes from the Hollow Earth, and perhaps they renamed it because they wanted to give some focus to Godzilla. He's obviously the big name, and I am kind of sad that we didn't see Kong smashing those hairy cheeks. Yes, I would have loved to see that happening in the movie. I'm a bit like Dan Stevens myself, so me and you, we're sort of the same, aren't we? Nah, just kidding. I'm not a loser like you, mate. You sucker. Ha, got you in the end.
See you, chump.
Now, on top of this, we also have some Easter eggs that call back to the prior movies, namely that first Godzilla from 2016. The opening of the trailer sounds like it's got that 2001 Space Odyssey music accompanying it, and it is a really atmospheric way to start off this whole thing.
can't stop this on his own.
He won't be alone.
Welcome to my world.
Is that a mini Kong?
And that wraps up the teaser, and I can't think of a better time that there's been to be a Godzilla fan. Not only have we got this coming out, but we've also got Monarch on Apple Plus right now, which is exploring this universe. Also, I left out Kong in that previous sentence. I like Kong as well, and if you're a Kong fan, it's a great time too. Now, MT's been doing weekly breakdowns of Monarch, and I definitely recommend that you go and check them out. Me, I've just loved being an onlooker and seeing it unfold, and it's been a slow and steady burn just setting up what's to come. If I missed any Easter eggs in this video though, tied directly into that, then please let me know, because I've not been viewing it on a crazy Easter egg type analysis thing where I watch it 3 or 4 times. So yeah, thank you for doing my job for me, I much appreciate it. And we've also of course got Godzilla -1, which I've been told is one of the best films since the original. That's coming out in England very, very soon, and I've actually got tickets to see it early, so I'm very excited for that. As for this, it looks like a banger, and I'm actually surprised at how much they're building off the last film. I did kind of feel they sort of fumbled the ball a bit with Kong's axe, and at the time thought he should have been the one to take the dorsal fin and craft it. With this though, and all the handprints laced throughout the saga, I actually feel that it pays off better. Now it's all making a lot more sense, and I think there's a lot of really cool things that they can now do with this movie. I really don't know where things are going to go from here, but I have to say this teaser makes me think they could be building up things to a really cool direction. I did have some issues with the last movie, and you could kind of tell it had been cut down quite a bit. Still though, I thought there was a lot to like, and the rumours are that they've been given a lot more room to breathe on this film. I think that's something that should be the case, and it feels like we've subtly had this movie's villain hinted at in a lot of other films. I really think that's some top-notch storytelling, and I'm excited to see what the film builds upon. Please drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and again, if you want to support the channel as a member of the Spoiler Society, then please click the join button. If you want to get some heavy spoilers merch, we've also got our t-shirt line located below the video that will let you pick up all kinds of tops like our Theory Time one, House of Dragons stuff, Marvel tees, and a lot more. We drop new designs on there all the time too, so definitely keep an eye out, and thanks for your support. Now if you want something else to watch, we've got a Monarch breakdown on screen right now where MT uncovers all the details and things you need to know. Definitely head over there right after this, and without the way, huge thank you for sitting through the video. I've been your host Paul, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, peace.